Imagine a perfectly engineered reef tank where every coral flourishes effortlessly. Acropora, Montipora, Stylophora. The water's pristine, the flow is seamless, and the protein skimmer? Whisper silent. That's not a fantasy. It's the reality built by one of the most respected names in the reef aquarium industry, Royal Exclusiv. In today's episode of VargasReef, we're taking you deep inside Acquaria Italia, Europe's new premier saltwater aquarium conference, for an exclusive interview with the masterminds behind the legendary Bubble King skimmer, Red Dragon pump, and Dreambox Sump. You have to love reefing.
Wow!
How are you?
Hey Tony, I'm great. I'm doing fine. Glad to see you here.
Oh, well, thank you, and I'm glad to be here and meet up with you guys. You guys are known throughout the world for beautiful equipment and the most amazing skimmer. So I see that you have this setup here. Can you tell us a little bit about what we got here?
For sure. Thanks for the nice words up front. So what we do have here is a technical demonstrator of some ideas we do have to show up our tank idea, how we do think about building up a tank. And I'm really talking about the tank in this case, since we are already known for some systems or pumps and skimmers and stuff like that. So maybe we can concentrate on something different, something new.
So what is new here? Or let's talk about the tank, and I see how you have certain, okay. However, it looks like we're going to need to use the lens.
Uh-oh. Clean it up.
Yeah, where is, here we go. So let's look and see what we have here.
For the colors, okay.
Here we go.
Here we
So
go.
now we just filtered out the blue, and we get a chance to see what's inside. And as you can see, you want to tell us a little bit about what you're doing here with the flow?
Exactly, you got it. This is a closed loop system, and the style we wanted to show it up. So we definitely had this in and outlets here in a certain way, which are very big right now, but we want to show it, to demonstrate it. We wanted to create a laminate flow through the system. It can be from the ground, but it can also be attached to the back of the system. And you can have it programmed in a way that it's running like you see it here, all four at the same time, or you can combine two of them for a wave into the tank. So it can go backwards and forwards, and also can have kind of swirl or rotation of the water. So to bring up all the dirt from the ground, and then it will go through the filtration system. This is our intention, to have this closed loop system. And secondly, the intention is to have no pumps at all in the tank, or no technique in the tank. So all the space should be for your corals and the fish, and this is the idea behind it.
So instead of putting power heads inside the tank,
Right.
you have this closed loop system that will eliminate those pumps. Because everybody complains about that.
This is the point. And the second point is, due to the power of the pumps underneath, they are controllable. We figured out
there's the pumps.
right.
Okay.
We tested them for roughly 2 years in our own system with corals and all the stuff in the tank, and figured out you do not need to clean them that often. So we did it once in a time, maximum once a year, and you're fine. So they are so powerful, even though there should come in something through the pumps. It would get cracked to smaller parts and blown out. So there's no need to clean them all the time. This is the advantage to the system.
Okay. So you said you've been testing this this product for over 2 years now.
Yeah, we have got a tank at our facility running since more than 2 years now with the closed loop system. And it's quite easy to handle it. And even though you need to clean it, you just can close the valves underneath the tank, remove the pump, clean it up, bring it back in, So quite simple. Within, let's say, half an hour, everything is done.
I see. Okay.
Very robust and very strong and working very fine.
Okay. All right. So any added new features to the sump? Because I'll tell you, I love your sumps. They are absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah,
Tell us a little bit about your sump.
Yeah, this is a compact box or sump where we have got the typical stages in. First of all, the fleecer, then it goes to the skimmer. And from there, you can go back to this specific filter where you can inactive carbon or whatever your intention is, depends on you. This is one thing. Then you can measure the water quality, and the dosing system can add the ingredients you want to have. Here are the connections for that one. And the last stage then is there to get rid of bubbles and all the stuff and pump the water back. And also there should be a heater in it, so the water is temperated perfectly and goes up and back to the system. So this is the way it works. And depending on the size you have underneath, you can have these dosing tanks. In this case, it's for osmosis water, the general intention. But you can also add some more tanks for the ingredients and the dosing system.
Okay. And will that work with Kalkwasser?
Yeah, it will work. Sure.
Okay. Wonderful. So now, do you connect this to a dosing pump, or do you connect it to a regular pump to remove the water from there?
Yeah, we typically do use the dosing pump. So
Okay.
there could be bought-in products, or we have now another new stuff where we can measure the water quality. When they're integrated, it's also dosing unit and can combine it to our sump.
Okay.
This is the way how it works.
All right, so since you just brought that up, are we talking about the black box has been getting a lot of attention today?
We will. Maybe we'll first have a small flip to the tank for a few seconds.
Sure.
Just to explain the idea behind it.
I thought you were segueing to it, but okay. No, don't worry. Let's take our time.
So we wanted to show up our idea of a tank. We never thought of building tanks, but then once in a while we had in our mind, and if we would do it, how we would do it. And we came up with the idea, okay, we would do it the opposite. I mean, the typical tank has got two glasses and a gluing situation with, what's the name of it? Silicone.
Yes.
And once in a while the silicone gets tired and you get cracks it and it starts to leak. So this also depends on the cleaning situation, but also on the situation that typically the gluing does not like to be stretched.
Exactly.
We thought of, so we are doing it vice versa, we are pressing it. So what we did is we did a frame to it. This is needed in that case. Okay, it's a specific style, but it's our style. So it's like the hands grabbing the other hand. The more power you attach to it, the stronger the complete system gets.
Okay.
And then we have called it hybrid tank. This means we can change over the windows. You can use glass or PMMA, or you can mix it, the material. And the idea behind this, if you have scratches and the window is not nice after quite a while, you can just remove it, put in another one.
Oh, really?
This is the idea behind it. And with it, there's another idea. We just put in the frame here the sealing line and put the window against it.
Right.
So the more water is in, the more pressure against the seal line gets.
Correct.
The more the system does seal against leakages. And we guarantee for a lifetime this will never have a leakage.
So so are you saying that you have a warranty, a lifetime warranty on the tank?
Yes.
That's a big commitment.
Yes, but if this leakage will happen, we've done something wrong, definitely.
So you will correct it?
Well, yeah, definitely. We will. For sure, here underneath, there could be some rattling, and that could happen if you do not maintain it correctly, some leakages. But the tank itself, never. No chance.
Wow. See, That was something we didn't talk about. Interesting.
Yeah, some surprises I left for myself.
I love it. I love it. Well, all right, folks. Very interesting. They've decided to go into the tank manufacturing business, and they're warranting their tanks up for a lifetime. This design. So what do you call this design?
The tank itself, we call it hybrid.
Hybrid.
In terms of design, maybe we can mention it too. We have here a clear PVC looking tank.
Okay.
But if you like more wood style or more metallic style or rusty or fiber or whatever your intention is, also we can cover the technique if you want to in the style you like. So this is just to demonstrate technology, but the style is up to you.
Okay. The other big question is, what sizes are you making them?
We do start typically with this 300-liter tank, so it's a meter, and the what is it, width?
The width?
Yeah, and the width at all is not limited. Typically, the material we do work for with one plate is 3 meters, but we have good technology. We can combine these materials, so can have 6 meters, whatever you're interested in. It should get a limit due to the weight of the system at all.
Okay.
Somewhere we have to stop then, since nobody can handle it anymore.
Exactly.
But the rest is flexible.
So, in other words, you do make certain size, but you can also make custom.
Exactly. This is our strength. We have got the machinery, we have got the knowledge, the catworks and all that stuff in-house. And we can show it up front by demonstrating it with a video or with pictures, so that you're really aware of how does it look like if it's really in my surrounding later on. And if you agree with that, then we are in business.
Wow. Very, very interesting. A whole unique way of dealing with tanks.
That's our way. We thought of how to do it. It's not everybody's style, I know, but this is the way we would like to handle it. And but you don't have to stick with it. So you can have a tank from somebody else, combine our Sump, for example, or whatever. Right. So we are flexible on that one.
Right. But also bear in mind that a lot of people clad their tanks, so the cladding can be up to them, whatever they want.
They want, yeah, sure. This is the intention. We can help it, we can give ideas, we can make proposals also in plumbing and all that stuff. No issue for us, but it's up to them. If they tell us do that, we can help.
Wow, okay. Pleasant surprise. Wow. Very nice. Well, okay. So, I know we got other stuff to look at. And
so please follow with the camera to that nice thing. I would love to call it right now a black box, since it's not typical for us to use black, but the intention is there, since it is black and it looks like a bit like a battery of a car.
Yes.
Somewhat similar. But what this nice thing does, we call it Piper, it takes care of your water quality. And it works like the following.
So tell us, how does it work, and what does it do to make our lives easier?
This is connected to your osmosis water. This is connected to your tank, and for sure for the dosing pipes. So it brings in the information from the tank water and the osmosis water, does a photometric calibration of itself by color code for 5 ingredients, and then it exactly knows where the values are.
So like a spectrometer.
Yeah, by color code, exactly. This is the point. And this is an absolute value, so there will be no change at all, even though you do put in an ingredient from another company or whatever. It will figure out what this is and on what level it is, and also the level of the tank. And afterwards, it will give you proposals. So you've got more SPS in it, more LPS in it, where you want to go. It asks you questions, and you will set it up in a certain way, and it will make a proposal. Go to 8 as a value, for example. And if you do like it, you can click OK. Or if you are, in your opinion, value is better than that or different than that, you can put it in and click OK. It will take it and start then the dosing process. Means it will bring from the current value to the wanted value, so the intention you have. By, and then this is the new thing, by controlling it constantly. So it really detects whether it's going to the right direction or not. And if there's something unexpected to it, it stops dosing, will inform you and ask you, please double check whether you have a dosing system which is running empty, or maybe the pump is not working correctly, or whatever it is. It will inform you and stop it before you're getting to a level of values into the tank and kill your corals.
So it has an app.
It has an app, yeah, exactly. I missed to point out, had to grab the mobile phone. This app really is informing you all the time. It will measure the values, show you the current stage, will have graph over the time, so you can see the movements of the values. And also, if you're interested on the absolute correct value for that moment, you can manually start a measurement. So this is doing the app, and it's quite easy to handle.
Wow. So this is the new product, and people, this is pretty amazing.
So this is
tell us what the dials are on top, okay? Because I see calcium, right? Phosphates.
Yeah. So we need some chemistry to do the measurements. So since we need to create this color code, it's a titration test.
Okay.
And this is what we have to put in these small tanks here.
Right.
For the measurements. It's not the ingredients you will dose. The ingredients you will dose you can put in containers like this, shown here as an example. Could be bigger, could be smaller, depends on your tank size and so on. So this is doing the titration test.
Right.
Here's the electronic and also the, let's say, brain of it. Since there's also an attachment to the artificial intelligence system in the background, who's controlling logics. So if it's not logic, as I mentioned, then it will stop doing what it is doing to warn you. Then we will attach the dosing ingredient tanks and all the pipes to the sump. And then it's working fully autonomously. You don't have to interact, you don't have to do anything with it. And the point is, the calibrating will not move. I mean, if you have got a sensor, typically the electronic values of the sensor could behave different over the time, since there's salt to it or other stuff to it. Moving the capacity resistance of it, moving to different values. So if you had for a moment a certain zero, after a while the zero is somewhere else and the complete dosing gets wrong. The information you get as a feedback is getting wrong. By the color code, this is an absolute value and it will be constant all the time.
Okay, so I don't have to purchase any reagents.
You have to, but it's up to you where you want to buy these. This is just an example of how it could look like for KH in this case. But it's not us selling you that stuff. You can buy it free on the market from every supplier. So this is up to you. If you're interested in a certain company and you believe to it, it's up to you.
Oh, okay, so you still have to use reagents.
You have to.
You put them inside of the chamber designated for it. So
Correct.
That one was KH, so it would go in the green one, right?
This is KH for the green one.
Yes.
Correct. Then we have PO4 here.
Right, phosphates,
The nitrates, magnesium, calcium.
Okay, so why is there a phosphate 1 and a phosphate 2? Magnesium 1 and magnesium 2.
It's two tanks in terms of
because
volume.
it comes with 2 reagents.
Right.
So in order to measure phosphate properly, you have to have 2 reagents to measure the phosphates. Or is it phosphate? No.
It's depending on the amount you have as a, what is it? So you need to have more reagency of these stuffs.
Right.
And this is why we double the tank, to have a larger time to refill it.
Okay. So, I see what you're saying. Okay. So it adds added value by giving you more.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
So you have more testing capabilities.
Exactly.
With having two.
It would last longer.
All right.
Correct.
Now I see what you're talking about. Okay. Perfect. Well, when is this actually going to go on the market?
This is a Series 0 phase, so we are close to the market. This is tested now for 2 years. It works fine. We will come to the market, I guess, mid of the year. Let's say end of June, beginning of July. Okay. Plus minus a week, so should be available. As soon as we are sure that it will happen at that time, it will appear in our web shop, also with the pricing to it. It will be roughly €1,000 or below.
Okay.
But this is the maximum. You can have a smaller version with 2 or 3 ingredients, and then it's cheaper.
Oh, okay. So there'll be a second model, which is smaller.
Right.
Okay. All right. Well, this black box does look interesting, and it's good to know that it comes with an app, and then also here are the inlets that allow you
correct
to put in the designated barbs to them.
Yeah. And also, maybe it can give you an impression of the design of the app. So this is the current status
of the app
for the 5 main values you are controlling.
Right. So KH, magnesium, phosphates, calcium, and nitrates.
Right.
And
you can do then click on this symbol here to manually start a measurement if you like to have now a measurement for whatever reason. And also you can go back here and add some of these things to have a measurement over a longer time to track it, and have then graphs created to show up whether you're on the right way with the complete tank and system, or if you need to dose a bit more. It should do it automatically, but sometimes you want to have it more aggressive, more faster to a certain value level. So then it's up to you to increase it.
Okay, and I have a question for you. What if, for example, I said, well, I really don't want to check magnesium. I would like it to take a look at my pH. Can it do that?
Sure.
So you can designate something else instead of magnesium?
You can. We start here with these values, and later on there will come up more options, and then you can choose whatever you want to bring it in here. But this will be later on with the software update.
Sure.
So we have to start somewhere, and this is the reason why. And I guess this is the main values you have to control to be on the safe side. And
right. In a reef tank, those are the important ones, the important parameters.
Yeah, this is the idea behind it.
Right.
Cool.
Very, very nice. And I see also you have filter fleece here and protein skimmer. Nothing new about these guys, but I'll tell you, it's a great looking filter fleece. And I think you have a surprise for us about the filter fleece, right?
Hands-on, I'm not sure.
Okay, I think we mentioned something about probably adding an app to it.
Okay, this is what we talked about. Yeah, sure. Currently, we are using a level sensor.
Correct.
To start the movement of the fleece. So if it's getting too dirt, the water level is increasing. It starts to move the dirt fleece out to bring in new ones to clean up the water. And it's done by a logic of this timer. So the timer is set to a certain value. And then if the level is reached, it will start for, let's say, 3 seconds, 5 seconds, whatever, to bring out the dirt of the dirt fleece. In future, there's an implementation into the axle to the motor with the logic. And this logic allows you then really to know how much fleece over time you use, since it depends on how much animals are in the tank, how much dirt is in the tank, and so on. It will give you an information how much it's used, how long it will last, so you have to change over the rolls. And also it will control the time. Means it really takes the correct position of the fleece and knows I have to bring out, let's say, 30 centimeters and I'm done, and not by time. Since if the roll gets bigger and the time stays constant at 3 seconds, it will grab too much of the fleece at least. And this is a disadvantage for you, since you have to pay earlier a new roll. And the new electronic will block this, since it will give you an information to that. And also it can warn you if you want to have a weekend somewhere else. Please take in mind on Saturday it will be the last centimeters. Please change over the roll before. You see?
Very nice. I like that because, you know, everybody wants to make sure that they don't run out, and if they get a fair warning, it's perfect.
This is the intention behind it. Yeah?
Yes.
So in general, this is the way we want to follow up with our electronic in future. So we will keep it simple. I mean, you will have an on-off switch, and you will have a switch for power high, power low, whatever, simple like that. But we will add for the profis who are interested in some more functions. I mean, you're communicating with the electronic. You're asking it for a certain value. It will give you feedback. Yes, I reached that value. Or it will happen in. So you can combine it to your smart home technologies. So to the internet, and the informations will be available there.
Wow.
So we will give you an open source to it with the ground function, and everybody in the market is free. And also we like to, if the guys out there start to program it and give us new intentions and ideas how you can put up logics and to different styles and likes. Since everybody has got a certain philosophy to maintain and keep his tank, it's not up to us. We give you a general intention, we like to do it, and then you're free to do it in your style. And add functions to it, remove it, whatever. If you like to, but you don't have to.
Right. Awesome. Now, big question.
Sure.
What is the micron on the fleece?
Sorry, once again?
The micron, the size,
yeah. We have different weights. So the measurement is a weight, and we start with 30 grams.
Right.
The biggest one we have is 60 grams. So the filtration could be from the start, from the beginning, and stronger or less. But at the end, if you do allow with less grams, bigger flow and a less filtration at the beginning, doesn't matter. Due to the time, it will have on the surface so much dirt, and it starts to reduce the particles which can go through.
Right.
So then it's really depending on you, when should the system react to it. So at which water level it really should react to it.
Right.
So this is a bit the choice you have. My proposal for sure is for having large systems for maybe outside tanks, or what is it if it's in the ground. So sweet water stuff or so, where there's much more dirt in it, you should better start with a less grammatation than for a sea tank like that one.
Okay.
Or vice versa, if there's so much dirt and it needs to be strong, means in terms of you have to pull it, since there are kilograms on it,
right,
then it's better to have more grams per centimeter or whatever. So then it's stronger, and the motor who moves the fleece can really grab it and will not destroy it.
Okay.
So this is the choice you do have, and you maybe have to figure out how your system does work.
Oh, awesome. Very good. Now, let's go over here. We got a big pump here shooting up red water. And that pump is something you guys are working on.
Correct. So
tell us a little bit.
This red water is an eye catcher. It's belonging to our company colors, but yeah, you can drink it. It's just coloring food.
It's just food color.
Yeah, right. So
it's not blood.
No. Yeah, like Enzo Ferrari, to each of his cars, he's putting a drop of his blood.
Ah.
Maybe we can go that way.
No, really? Okay.
What we do have here is a well-known housing. It's our famous RD3 pump, which unfortunately passed out 3 years ago to supplier issues. We had to stop this product. But now we have the chance and the opportunity to restart. We still use the same housing in terms of dimension, so this will help the people to attach the new version easily to their system in future. This is the intention behind it. And what we do have as a new input here is 12 volts, and our power for this pump, or the range of power, is from 50 watts to minimum 380 watts. As a 12 watt version. So there's something new coming up. And what also is new, we stopped the former production for certain reasons, and the new production will have a fully encapsulated rotor in titanium. So it's laser welded. There's no chance for water to stick to the magnets, no chance for rust anymore. And also we tested a lot of axles on ceramic and also this hardened metal here. And we do end up with using hard metal in future. So this thing will work your lifetime, I'm pretty sure. I will not guarantee it for now, since we haven't tested it to that stage, but it's very robust. And also inside here, everything is in titanium. So this is the advantage we do have here. In future, the controller design will be a bit different. And as I mentioned, there will be implemented too the simple function, like you can see here, on, off, power plus, power minus, and for example, a mode bus system. So you can really go into the details, ask for running a certain speed or a certain voltage. You can control it with your app on the mobile as you like it, and it will give you feedback. Yes, I'm running, I'm doing that, what you're expecting from me. Or there's a failure, since there's too much resistance in it, and somebody needs to have a look or maintain the pump, whatever the reason for that is, to get it back to its initial stage.
Wow.
So
it's going to have a titanium shaft.
Yeah.
And what's going to be the warranty on this?
We haven't finally decided it. We will have an enlarged one, since we are pretty sure that this will work mechanically, and also on the hydraulic side, it's the best of the best, and it will work guarantee for long, long, long years. Right now we are talking about the electronic tea. We will buy in very good components, and I'm pretty sure we will end up, but it's not finalized now, with 5 years of warranty.
5 years of warranty, very nice.
Should be very stable electronic tea, very robust. And
so now, this is the pump working at 60%, right?
This is what is showing up in the display, correct, yes.
All right, can we see what 100 does?
It's not that spectacular. I can do this is a 100 watt pump, so it's not
100
that
watts.
powerful.
Okay. So it's not 60%, it's 60 watts.
If I run it at 100% like that, yeah, sure, then it correlates in this case, sure. It's also 100 watts, yeah.
So it's 100 watts.
So if you would have a 200 watt pump, it would be then 200 watts at that stage.
Wow.
So pants on.
Okay, nice. Well, I have to say that visiting you, I thought would take just a 10-15 minute conversation, but this has taken well over half an hour, and it was 100% worth it.
Okay,
and I appreciate all the information, and I appreciate what you guys do for the industry.
We've got some more in mind. We will come up with more ideas soon. So let's see it as a starting point for discussion.
Okay.
So if you have got ideas, input, sure, we will work on that too. We will combine our complete system capability. So we will present us more in future as the one who's capable to put it in CAD, create your ideas to build it. And if you agree to it, then we can start to really work with hardware. And we can do everything. So it means the beams, the sumps, the pumps, the light, the fleece, or whatever it is. We have a complete system around it. UV lights with extra functions will come up, but not too much now. We can continue later on.
Oh, and that's what's great, because you and I will stay in communication, and then we will share all this information with our community. How's that?
I love it. Definitely.
I love it too. Thank you so much.
I'm proud that you've been here spending some time with me.
Yeah, and I'm happy to be here spending time
Tell
with
the
you.
community a bit about us, and
Yes.
here we go. You're welcome.
Thank you. You have to love reefing.